Good morning, science-minded learners. This is Teacher Mitzi, your physical science teacher. For today, we will be discussing about the types of intermolecular forces of attraction. So what do you think is the responsible for the condensed phases of substances? Why is there liquid and solid state of matter? It is because of intermolecular forces of attraction that we will be discussing for today. So last video, we have discussed about the difference between intramolecular forces of attraction and intermolecular forces of attraction. So intramolecular forces of attraction, as what I have said on the previous video, it is a bonding forces that holds the atoms of a molecule together. It happens within the atoms of a molecule. So there are examples of intramolecular forces of attraction, which is the chemical bonding. So first, we have the ionic bond, which happens between metal and non-metal atoms. It is where the losing and gaining of electrons happen. Next is the covalent bond, which happens between two non-metal elements. It is the sharing of electrons. And the third is the metallic bond, which is a bonding between two metals. Okay, so that is the intramolecular forces of attraction. Next, we have intermolecular forces of attraction. These are the forces that form between molecules, atoms, or ions. So for example, we have here our water molecule. So water molecule is attracted to another water molecule. So this is an example of intermolecular forces of attraction. And the attraction is between the positive side and the negative side of a molecule. Whereas for the intramolecular forces of attraction, it is within the atoms inside the molecule. So for example, we have here our oxygen atom is attracted to our hydrogen atom. So that is an example of intramolecular forces of attraction. Where on the other hand, in the intermolecular forces of attraction, water molecule, the positive side of a water molecule is attracted to the negative side of another water molecule. So that is the difference between intramolecular forces of attraction and intermolecular forces of attraction. In this video, we will be focusing on the types of intermolecular forces of attraction. So first, we have the van der Waals forces of attraction, the ion dipole, and the hydrogen bonding. So first, we have the van der Waals forces of attraction. It is named after the Dutch chemist Johannes van der Waals, and it is consists of dipole-dipole interaction, dipole-induced dipole interaction, and London dispersion forces. So first, we have the dipole-dipole interaction. It is an attraction between opposite charge regions of polar molecules. So we all know that polar molecules have positive and negative end. So the attraction in the dipole-dipole interaction is within or between the opposite charge region of polar molecules. So when we say opposite charge, it is the attraction between the positive charge and the negative charge. So here is an illustration. So here we have a molecule and then another molecule and another molecule. So as you can observe, the negative charge in the first molecule is attracted to the positive charge of the next or another molecule. And so as this one. So the negative charge of this polar molecule is attracted to the positive charge of another polar molecule. So opposite charge has an attraction. So for example here, positive and negative. negative and positive. So the opposite charge is attracted to each other. Meanwhile, here we have the positive, both positive charge and then both negative charge. There will be a repulsion since we all know that um, like sign repel and unlike sign like this one attract. Okay, so that is the dipole-dipole interaction. It is between polar molecule and the attraction is between the opposite charge region of polar molecule. Positive attracted to the negative charge and the negative charge is attracted to the positive charge region of polar molecule. So here we have an example of dipole-dipole interaction. So an attraction between HCl molecule and another HCl molecule. So here the H or the hydrogen has positive charge and the chlorine has negative charge since mas marami yung electrons ng chlorine compared to hydrogen. So si chlorine attracted to the hydrogen atom in the other molecule, and then si hydrogen naman is attracted to the chlorine atom in another molecule. So that is an example of dipole-dipole interaction. Okay? Next, we have the dipole-induced dipole interaction. It is a weak attraction that results when a polar molecule induces a dipole in an atom or in a nonpolar molecule by disturbing the arrangement of electrons in the nonpolar species. So, in other words, dipole-induced dipole is between or attraction between polar molecule and another non-polar molecule. So you will ask, Ma'am, bakit merong attraction between polar molecules and non-polar molecules since we all know that non-polar molecules have equal sharing of electrons. So walang positive and walang negative side. So paano nga ba nagagawa or paano nangyayari ang attraction between polar molecule and non-polar molecule? So let us have an example here. So here, as you can see, we have our non-polar molecule, which is the O2. So when we say non-polar, it means there are equal distribution of electrons. So meaning, wala siyang negative end and positive end. Okay? And here, we have our polar molecule or the water molecule. So as you can see, meron siyang negative end and meron siyang positive end. So, paano nangyayari ang interaction between non-polar and polar molecules? So, this happens when polar molecule here comes closer to the non-polar molecule, about 10 raised to negative 9 meter distance. So, this will cause polarization or distortion of electron distribution. So, meaning, mag-iiba yung placement of electrons sa non-polar molecules. And magiging induced dipole na si non-polar molecule. So, induced dipole meaning magkakaroon siya ng negative end and positive end for a short period of time. So, due to this induced dipole or due to this polarization or distortion of electrons, interaction between nonpolar induced dipole and polar molecule takes place. Okay? So, yung positive side ng induced dipole is attracted or mag-a-attract sa negative side ng dipole molecule. Okay? So, that is what we call the dipole-induced dipole interaction. Okay? Next, we have the London dispersion forces of attraction. So it is present in all molecules, both polar and non-polar, and it is the only force present in non-polar molecules. So si London dispersion forces of attraction lang yung present sa both non-polar molecules. So it is an induced dipole between non-polar molecules. So when we say induced dipole, as what I have said a while ago, it is a temporary dipole that happens in a non-polar molecules after polarization or distortion of electrons. So yung nag-iiba yung placement ng electrons. And this happens in a short period of time. So madali lang yung polarization or distortion or yung attraction na ito. That is why it is called the weakest intermolecular forces of attraction. Kasi babalik agad yung non-polar molecules sa kanyang original phase or sa kanyang um, non-polar, pagiging non-polar. So magkakaroon ng equal distribution again of electrons. So it is where molecules have a temporary uneven distribution of electron which cause temporary attraction. Okay? So more electrons, so yung molecules that has more electrons, meaning meron siyang strong London dispersion forces of attraction. And those molecules naman that have less electrons, meaning meron siyang weak London dispersion forces of attraction. So ano nga ba ang nangyayari sa both non-polar molecules at nagkakaroon sila ng London dispersion forces of attraction? So first, we have here our neutral substance. So ito ay may isang non-polar molecules that have equal distribution of electrons. Okay, so this is the nucleus, yung center, which is a positive charge, and then around it is the electrons. Okay, so electrons are constantly moving. So malikot yung electron. So at some point, electrons just for a second move to another side. So ibig sabihin, mas maraming electrons dito compared dito, which is si nucleus lang yung nandito. So ibig sabihin, nagkakaroon siya ng temporary dipole. So temporary positive end and negative end. So this temporary dipole will have or will magkakaroon siya ng effect sa another non-polar molecules na close sa kanya. So these non-polar molecule will be attracted or magkakaroon ng induced dipole. So, ibig sabihin, nagkakaroon siya ng polarization or distortion of electrons. So, ibig sabihin, nagkakaroon siya ng temporary again or induced dipole. So, may positive sign or may positive end and may negative end. So, yung negative end ng temporary dipole ay attracted sa positive end ng induced dipole. At si induced dipole naman, yung kanyang negative end, will be attracted to another positive end. So that is the London dispersion forces of attraction. But take note, this attraction happens in a short period of time. So, babalik agad sila sa kanilang normal state or yung kanyang pagiging non-polar molecules o pagkakaroon ng equal distribution of electrons. So, that is why si London dispersion forces of attraction is considered as the weakest intermolecular forces of attraction. Kasi, babalik agad sila sa kanilang normal state. So, yung attraction is for a short period of time lang. So, hindi masyadong strong. So, that is the London dispersion forces of attraction. So, now let us move on to the second type of intermolecular forces of attraction, which is the ion dipole interaction. So this attraction is between either a cation or a positive charge ion and an anion or the negative charge ion with permanent polar molecule. So ibig sabihin si cation or the positive charge ion ay magkakaroon ng interaction kay polar molecules or si anion naman ay magkakaroon ng interaction sa polar molecules. So the ions will be attracted to the opposite charges present in the dipole, resulting to ion-dipole interaction. So si ion, it is the cation or anion. And si dipole naman is the polar molecule. So let us have here an example. Here we can see an anion or the negative charge ion or metal. Negative charge ion is attracted to the positive charge of a polar molecule. And the positive charge ion or the cation is attracted to the negative charge or the negative end of polar molecule. So we have here another example. Cl or C-chlorine is an anion. So meron siyang negative charge. So yung positive charge ng water molecule, as you can see, is attracted to the negative charge ion or the anion, which is Cl or chlorine. Okay? Now, we have here cation, which is the sodium. So, sodium is attracted to the polar molecule, the negative side or the negative end of polar molecule is attracted to cation or the sodium since meron siyang positive charge. So, negative charge is attracted to positive charge. Okay? And then, positive side naman or positive end of polar molecule is attracted to negative ion or the anion. So that is the ion-dipole interaction. Again, ion is attracted to polar molecule. So kung anion or the negative charge, yung positive end ng polar molecule yung attracted sa kanya. Kung cation naman or the positive charge ion, yung negative end ng polar molecule yung attracted sa kanya. Okay? So that is the ion-dipole interaction. So the third and the last type of intermolecular forces of attraction that we will be discussing for this video is the hydrogen bonding. So it is when a hydrogen atom of one molecule is attracted to a highly electronegative atom of another molecule. So this the highly electronegative atom are fluorine, oxygen, and nitrogen, the FON. Okay? So here is an example. So this is an example of hydrogen bonding. So as you can see, the hydrogen, which is a positive end of water molecule, is attracted to the oxygen, another oxygen of another molecule, water molecule. So this attraction here is what we call the hydrogen bonding or the hydrogen bond. So kinakailangan na si hydrogen ay attracted sa another molecule which dapat attracted siya sa either fluorine, oxygen, or nitrogen. But in this case, attracted siya sa highly electronegative atom which is oxygen. Okay? So another example is ammonia. So hydrogen in this molecule is attracted to the nitrogen of another molecule. So this is an example of hydrogen bonding. So always remember if hydrogen of one molecule is attracted to chlorine, oxygen, or nitrogen of another molecule. So that is the hydrogen bonding. So that is all about the types of intermolecular forces of attraction. So thank you for watching Science-Minded Learners. Until next fun-filled science adventure. Bye!